Hey everyone, John Doyle from OptixEQ. Today's video race of the day is going to be Saratoga Race 2 on August the 10th, Wednesday. And yeah, I mean, there's not a lot going on Wednesday, so I picked this race. Not a great race, but I think it's a race that looks pretty solid on the plot. And, you know, we have a contention of a sun, speed rating low, a plot fit that's green. There's a maiden race, so the horses haven't really established their run styles. You can see they're a little bit all over the place. I wouldn't spend much time on the run styles just because we're talking about maidens, and they really haven't run races, good enough races to win or whatever to establish, this is the way they like to do it. But I mean, you just look at the contention speed rating, you say quadrant one has an advantage. That's the first thing I would say, quadrant one advantage. And who's in quadrant one? Well, we got the 4, 3, and the 5. And you can see on surface distance, the 4 is a big box, nice big box. And good thing about that is this horse is 5-1 in the morning line, not the favorite. So that's a possibility. The next thing I would notice is that you have two horses, especially with a speed rating this low in quadrant 4, that are real negative, and that's the 2 and the 7. For me, I'm going to be trying to play against these horses. One's 30-1, so no big deal there. The other one's 8-1. It looks like this horse is a dropper, but just hasn't shown form yet, all season stuff. So 2 and 7 are eliminations for me. It kind of leaves us with the 1 and the 6. So let's look at, I'm going to go to the grid here in a second, look at the 3, 4, 5 first, try to get assessment of those early pace horses, and then look at the 1 and the 6. Now, just so you know, too, the 3 is 5-2 in the morning line, 5 is even money, and the 4 is 5-1. I think right off the bat, you know who I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to be looking at the 4 and try to justify playing him over those two. So let's go to the videotape, so to speak. So I'm going to go to the grid, and let's start with the 3. And this is the 5-2 shot. And he looks okay. I mean, it looks like he's got improving optics figs. You can see here, he's got a 76, 79. That's pretty good. It fits the range. Pressing and dueling, nothing too bad here. But it's just, the only thing I would say is that, he's 5-2 and he's already lost 3 races at today's level. Okay. Now, he's improving though. Looks like his races are improving. Like I said, he's going to be part of that early pace. I just, he was 14-1 last time. He's going to be much shorter. He's 5-2 in the morning line. Is this the kind of horse you want at that price? It's up to you. But for me, no. Especially kind of the barn has been very cool at Saratoga so far this meet. So for me, I haven't looked at the others yet. So, but I mean, 3 seems like he'd be my third choice right now. Let's look at the 4. He's the horse I kind of thought was interesting because he had the big square. Ran terribly last time, and he's lost below today's level, which is a negative. But he's run okay at 7 furlongs. He's also has numbers here that would win this race. If you go back to his May 1st race, he ran pretty good. He got kicked back, so we're rejecting even a better number. And then the next time, what happened here? Let's see, we got another comment. Let me just go see what this other comment says. Passed. Okay, so he was passed and then he re-rallied. So it's maybe a little bit better than looked effort. Not quite better than look, but he did something different. And then they looked like they had him ready. They shipped him up here to Saratoga off that race. And you figure, they're showing a little confidence, put him in 40,000 level, going a mile. Okay, so a distance, that's not his thing. He's better at shorter, better at sprinting, and up in class, way up in class. So today he gets to drop back down. Should get a pretty good stalking trip. This horse could go to the front too. He's got that square, so he may have more finishability. And just I look at these things. I don't big on trainer stats, but Kinsella and Antonucci, very low profile, both of them. Well, Antonucci especially, but they got a little connection there. It's not many races, not big sampling size, but good enough to point out that maybe they're serious with this race and this horse. And it looked like they were serious last time with the the price increase back down to the right level. The horse runs fast enough. It's got that big square. Rate him over the 3. The 5 is the other one. This is the favorite. This horse is even money. And yeah, I mean, you know, he's making the major. This is a major class drop. You know, when you go to maiden special or maiden 20. But what I don't like about that is that he's ran really well 3 back. His first race back from a long, long layoff. Okay, ran maiden special weight, 322 days. Comes back, regresses in a maiden race, going 7 furlongs. Then comes back at Saratoga 18 days later. It was a slop, maybe it was a slop, but really laid an egg. No finish, pressed, real bad race. Rosario is off. Now Caffleon, he's ran with him before, so whatever. But I just don't like this huge drop off the bad race. And so I just think he's a little suspect. I still think he's probably the horse to beat, you know, from odds perspective, but even money is way too short for this horse. So, I mean, just looking at the 3, I prefer the 4 just based on value and price. So 3, 4, 5, the early pace horses. Let's look at the later pace horses in this race, the 1 and the 6. Price of Fenton. He was, you know, he's lost 2 races at this level. Hasn't run bad. He's got a back race, you know, maybe with some improvement. That's at Laurel. I just look at those races as a level or 2 below this competition. Tried the turf ineffectively, then, you know, came back, no finish in a maiden 20, and then kind of plotty. You know, I just don't see this horse, you know, making up a lot of ground in the stretch. So I'd be against him. I look at the jockey change here as a positive, but, you know, not much. So, you know, I mean, of looking at the 1 versus the 6, I think I'm going to prefer the 6, just because the 6 is a big number. And here's the big reason. I mean, he's kind of run similar numbers to the 1. If he can project from this 71 way back at this level, you know, in June, you know, if he can move forward off that. Now, he didn't run well the next start, and then they stretched him out. So that's and put him up in class. So that's understandable. And then he came back down in this level and he got this kickback, which we've seen before, is a really key word. I mean, it's not the full kickback, it's kickback minus, so it's minor kickback still. This horse could get back to his 71, low 70s. This horse could compete for a piece at least. And he's a huge price. And he's not that far off these other horses, you know, in terms of recent numbers and so forth. So in review, in fact, I'm going to go to Optics. I put this race in Optics Focus for people that have our silver plan, so you can see it. And essentially, you know, I said the drop should help the 5, but he's, you know, he's still suspect and not willing to take a short price. So I put his odds at 5-2. He's not going to be 5-2. So in essence, I'm not betting him. Based on the morning line, the 4, I have at 7-2. He's currently 5-1. So that's my value play if things stay. Again, you got to look at these odds as they get closer to post time. And then my long shot horse is the 6. I got him at, you know, I wouldn't take anything less than 15-1 on him. I think he'll be that and above that. So for me, he's my long shot. So again, value number 4, ready to see go. Long shot possibility, pop on ice. This is race 2 at Saratoga. Again, make sure you check us out at OptixEQ.com. And also this Thursday, again, we're going to be doing our live seminar, or whatever you want to call it, broadcast. And we'll be doing Del Mar and Saratoga races live later in the day. We start at 4:45 sharp. Sometimes we even get on there early, because we like to kind of review the pick 5 from Del Mar, and maybe even the pick 4, depending on where we are in time-wise at Saratoga. So yeah, join us. It's been great. The feedback's been really good. And last week was really kind of an exciting week with some of the handicapping we did. And so it was good. It was good energy on there. So check us out. Okay. Thanks a lot, everyone.